Parents, guardians, loving caregivers. If you have a child that's having some bully issues, this video will cover how to stay aware of your surroundings and the bully to help avoid any kind of problem before it even starts. Because avoidance is always the main goal. So watch this video and teach it to your champ, or watch it together and kick off a conversation with your champ to talk about how they can use this in their own unique and special situation. So let's do this. Kevin Daniels here with Bully Defense 101 and the mental, verbal, physical system. I help parents and their kids learn the best ways to deal with bullying mentally, verbally, and physically, so your kids can stay safe, walk taller, and live a more confident, awesome, and stoke-filled life. And today we're talking about how to use awareness to avoid any kind of bully problem, because avoidance is our #1 goal. It's an important part of the mental game portion of your bully defense blueprint. And it's also part of your physical game because staying away from the bully physically is good for our health, right? And it also touches on the third vital part of our defense, the verbal game. All three parts to a complete bully defense blueprint: mental game, verbal game, and physical game. And this technique is situational awareness. Situational awareness means knowing what's going on all around you, 360 degrees, what's happening around you. It's knowing where your friends are. It's knowing where the bullies are, where your allies are, the security guard, escape routes, right? It's about knowing what's going on around you now. It's also being able to predict what's going to happen in the near future. For example, you're eating lunch and you know the lunch session is about to end. You know where the bully is sitting, and maybe you know where their next class is, so they're going to be heading off to class real soon. And maybe your class is across campus that way. Instead of taking a chance on running into them, maybe you take a longer way around to get to your next class and eliminate that chance of running into that person. So it's knowing what's happening now. It's knowing what's happening next. It's also listening to your gut. It's listening to your spidey sense. If your spidey sense is tingling, there's a reason for it. So pay attention to your gut, right? Most people operate under a standard social contract, right? I get 3 feet of space around me and you get 3 feet of space around you. But the bullies sometimes break these social rules, right? They stand a little too close. They stare a little too long, right? So if your spidey sense is tingling, there's probably a reason for it and you need to pay closer attention. It's using all of your senses, right? It's staying alert to what's going on around you. Does the phone help? Is walking around staring at your phone going to help you pay attention to what's going on around you? Is texting or scrolling through social media, is that going to help you pay attention to the bully? How about your earbuds? Do you have your earbuds in and you're just paying attention to some music and walking down the way? Maybe you don't hear the bully coming up behind you? Keep the earbuds out. And I have an example of this, and it's a story. It's a tragic story. I saw it in the news not too long ago. It happened on a crowded city bus. Apparently, some guy got on, sat down in a seat, pulled a gun out of his jacket, and pointed it at a guy across the aisle from him. This guy put the gun back in his jacket, and security cameras showed that he pulled the gun out a few more times, very obviously, and even scratched his nose with the hand that the gun was in. Put the gun back in his jacket, but unfortunately, later, when someone was getting off the bus, this guy got up and shot that person dead. On a crowded city bus, no one had enough awareness to see a guy literally waving a gun around in the air. No one was paying attention. Everyone's eyes were down, looking at their phones, scrolling through social media, maybe their earbuds in, they were listening to music with their hoodies pulled down. You have to be paying attention. You have to have your eyes up. If one person, just one person, had noticed a gun being waved around in the air, they could have called 911. Alerted the bus driver, notified the passengers around them, and maybe stopped this tragic murder from happening. There's a common posture I see with kids that get bullied. Typically, the kind of kids that end up getting bullied by kids have a typical posture. And I was that kid too. I walked around with this posture. I call it a sheep posture, right? How does a sheep look? Their head's down, their eyes are down the ground, their face is down in the dirt, their shoulders is slumped, they're kind of turned sideways, like they're not facing life head on. You have your face down in the dirt, and you're not even going to see the mountain lion coming. You're not going to see the bully coming. It's being ready to respond verbally, as in yelling, call 911, or hey, I need some help over here. Like I said, if just one person had alerted the bus driver, the police, right? Might have ended that story in a different way. It's also being ready to just respond with verbal confidence to help diffuse the bully, calm the situation down, and shut it down for good. Hey, I don't want you to be paranoid. Not everyone is out to get you. Unfortunately, there's just a few dudes or dudettes that cause some problems for everyone. And I just want you to be paying attention to them. So keep your eyes up, keep your ears open, look for the good stuff and the good people all around you. And if your spidey sense starts to tingle, trust your gut and move away from what's bothering you towards the things that make you feel safe and confident, like friends, family, teachers, the security guard, right? And stop staring at your phone. All right, let's use this. I have an exercise called a Put It Into Practice Challenge. Today, just notice where you are looking. If you're looking down, if you notice that you're staring at the ground, use that as a mental trigger to like, oh yeah, I got to bring my eyes up. I need to look in landscape view. I need to pay attention to what's going on around me. Or if you notice that you're staring at your phone, use that as a mental trigger. Oh yeah, maybe I can take care of this later and I'll pay attention to what's going on around me now. If a unicorn walked by 10 feet away from you, would you see it? That's the question. And if you are actually looking around, you have your head up, your eyes up normally, start to notice more, Notice who is around you, who looks normal and who looks nice and maybe helpful if you need some assistance, and who maybe looks a little sketchy and maybe needs to be avoided. Again, I don't want you paranoid. I just want you to be able to avoid those dudes or dudettes that cause problems for everybody. All right, question of the day. Parents, do you think your child stares at their phone too much? It's a stupid question, but it's worth looking at. Or better yet, have you found some ways to limit screen time without them screaming? Let us know what you think in the comment section down below. I'd love to get your thoughts. All right, before we end, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for being the kind of parent or guardian or loving caregiver that's there for your champ, that's out researching and looking for ideas and options and tools to take to your champ to help them walk safer. All right, if you got some good stuff out today, hit the like button down below and consider subscribing. And please feel free to share this video with another parent that maybe you might know that you think maybe this could help out. Plus, if you'd like some more training, check out the other videos on this channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Make it a great day.